Hello there everyone, this is Toturial Gamer, and today I am doing my first tutorial, or first episode in the series of the command block tutorial. There's a lot of these, I know there's a lot of these on YouTube, but this one is going to start from basics, and the series is going to take you through lots of commands. I'm going to teach you all sorts of commands. Even if like new ones come out and I'm done with the series, I'll still put up more videos, but today we're going to learn about the basics of command blocks, and the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to create a new world. Now, if you don't know how to use command blocks, you might not want to start a map just yet. Just don't start a map yet. What most people do is they create a test world first, and that's what we're going to create our tutorial world. So I'm going to name it Tutorial. You can name it whatever you want, and I'm going to just say test world. Alright, you're going to want to make sure that your game mode is on creative just because it's easier, or if you don't want to really, if you don't want to do that, just allow cheats on. But if you go into creative mode, if you're in survival, cheats are going to be off. But if you should prefer to start off in creative. That's all I got to say for that. It's your opinion, but it's your choice what you do. But that's what I do. Alright, so your cheats, just make sure the cheats are on. It doesn't matter what seed you do, because we're going to be setting a set presert, or already made presert. What map makers do, and if you're making a map, but we're not doing that yet, but if you were to make a map, you would just do this. You would put 0, and then semicolon, 0, and that's just going to give you an air presert. Then you would go into MC Edit, and yeah, stuff like that, but we're going to talk about MC Edit later in another video. Anyway, just select the redstone ready. That's what that's the most used present for test worlds, especially for redstone. Alright, so now that we set that, we're done. We've got our name, we've got our world name, and we're going to create the new world. This is going to take a while, just wait for it to load. So, if you're not familiar with normal redstone, don't worry, we're not learning redstone, like the redstone dust and stuff like that. You kind of are, but mostly focusing on command blocks. And there we go. Alright. So we're gonna, as you can see, we're in creative. We can pop up the menu. We can do all sorts of things like that. Okay. First, what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna wanna. Now, this is totally in your what you want to do, but what I like to do is I like to go ahead and hit up slash. Just type in slash. You could also type in set up, like, open your chat. The usual key is T for the chat, but you might have it for something else. If you don't, just you could pop up T and then do a normal slash. But it's easier if you just click slash. Like, you don't have to press T. You just hit slash. You can also change that to what you want in options. I believe it is controls, and somewhere in here you can change how you want your cheats toggle to be, whether you want it to be so yeah, see, open command slash, you could change that to whatever you want, but the default one is a slash, and that's what we're going to use. Okay, so I'm just going to type in slash, and we're going to do game rule, do daylight cycle false. So pretty much that'll stop the daylight cycle. If you don't remember all of this, it's okay, just type in something near it, and then you can type in tab, and it'll complete the thing for you. Just hit enter, and that will enable the cheat. So now that we've done that, it'll just be much easier to use since we have, it'll be daylight, and let's go ahead and start. So at the time of this video, I'm currently in the Minecraft 1.8.3, so now there are no command blocks. If you were to look, you can't find command blocks here. Not even if you looked in redstone. Nope, no command blocks. So all we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and type in give. This is the give command. Now, we're going to talk about @p, @a, and @r, @e later. But now, we're just going to do your username, your default username, and you don't have to type it in. It's okay. You can just hit tab since you're the only player on there. As I said, you do have to have cheats enabled, or if you're on a server, you must have access to the command. If you're on a server, you're going to want to enable command blocks. You could type in your name and then finish it off by hitting tab, or you could just hit tab after give since you're the only player, if you are the only player. And next you're going to type in Minecraft, and this is for all the items. You're going to have to type in Minecraft for all the items, and then what you're going to do is you're going to hit and then what you're going to write the item. In this case, for any item, if there's two separate words like redstone and then block, you're not going to separate them, and you're also not going to put them together. What you're going to do is in the middle of them, you're going to put an underscore. So command block. You could do the same tab thing. Just write command and underscore block. You don't have to write that underscore. You could just write like command and then hit tab, and it'll finish it off for you. Now hit enter, and you should be given a command block. We're going to need to get something to activate the command block, which can be lots of things, especially with wireless redstone. But what we're going to do is we're going to use a button and a block of redstone just to make this easier. So let's start with the basics. You're going to place down your command block, and you're going to go ahead and right click into it. Down here is your previous output, and you can toggle that off or on. So what it's going to say is, for example, let's say I do give my name. Oh, another thing with the command blocks is you don't have to write slash. You can just do this. Let's see, let's do block. We're doing the same thing, and we could use this, and that's going to give us a command block, and it's going to say that. And we could also do this, and it's going to give us a command block. Now, if you want to get rid of this annoying text, which you should actually keep if you're testing it, you should just get rid of it at the end of a map, if you are doing a map. But if you do want to get rid of it, all you're going to do is you're going to do game rule. Command, and then the tab, command block output, false. And now whenever I'm going to do this, it's not going to show me anything. Alright, so you're going to see that the previous output said given command block to your username. But if I do this, now when I take the command block, now when I do the command block, I crash a little bit. Right, let's see. So I'm going to do give my username, and I'm going to do Minecraft command block. If we cut this off, whenever I do this, and if you want to place anything on it, you just have to shift and then right click to place items. And you're going to see it didn't tell me. It didn't tell me anything, so I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to game rule. I'm going to do command block output true, just to, okay. So it's still going to say that even if you cross this off, it's just not going to say it down here. I prefer to have this on. It's really good to let it give you the output, because it can tell you what you did wrong, or if it successfully did it. It will tell you over here, but it's just easier. Alright, so let's say I do mistake, and I say I don't put a capital in my name, and I don't put my name has a capital letter right there, and I don't put a capital letter. I just do this. Alright, now what that's gonna do is whenever I click it, it's not going to work. Since, let me get rid of these. It's not going to work since it can't find it. So what it's saying is, okay, so whenever I see this, give, I know I'm going to have to give something. So who do I give it to? Alright, let's see who I give it to. I give it to this player, but wait, this player is not on. This player is not on. So that means I can't give it to anybody. So it's going to just write it down. That player cannot be found. Now again, if you do this, it's not going to tell you anything, which is annoying. But it's going to say, I can't find that player. So, as it's right there, I click the button, and its description was that player cannot be found at 15:37:40, which is pretty much the error, I guess. Alright, so now if I do this, and I add the capital to my name, whenever I click the button, it says that player cannot be found. Wait, what? Alright, whenever I click the button, oh, here we go, another common thing, I put 2 A's, so make sure that doesn't happen. Now, people don't really do that. What they mostly do is you can do this. So we're going to be talking about the @p, @r, @a, and @e, and some basic commands. For example, the give is a basic command. We're going to be talking about this @p, @r, and @a, and @e. So let's see. The first thing you're going to do, or we're going to be talking about @e later, since this is more complicated, a little more complicated. Alright, so the give command. Let's start with @p. @p means to target the nearest player. So let's say I'm the only one here, but yeah. And what it's gonna do is it's gonna give me a Minecraft command block. If there are more people on here, the nearest person, or the person who would click it, the nearest person to the command block, even if the person clicked it, he wouldn't have gotten it. The nearest person would have. So, since I'm the only one, of course it's going to give it to me, but since I'm the only one to detect, but it's still going to work. Now, @r targets a random player. Of course it's going to target me since I'm the only player, but if there were more, it wouldn't target the nearest or the one who clicks it, it would just target any player. But it's going to target me since I'm the only one. Alright. Now let's try @a. @a is going to target all the players, so it doesn't matter which player clicks the button, or which player activates it, or which player is the closest. No, it's going to target all the players, so I'm the only player, so it's going to give me the command block, but if there were more, it would give it to all of them. Of course, you can do more things. You don't have to do command block. You could do way more things, like you could do... Alright, let's see. Cooked chicken? I think that would work, yep. And you're gonna get cooked chicken. Alright, so that was a quick overview. @e, we'll talk about that in a different episode. So you can see here too, it says given cooked chicken. Yeah. Let's try something else. If I were to say, alright, give @p, that's what I use, it's just faster. Cooked, and let's say I make the mistake. Instead of putting a K, I forgot to put the K, and I put a CN. And I just put CEN instead of putting a K. Well, then what would it say? Then it would say, there is no such item with the name Minecraft cooked chicken. Chicken, alright. But if we put that there, then it's going to recognize it, because what it's doing is saying, okay, so I have to give something to who? To the nearest player. Alright. Found the nearest player. Now what do I have to give him? I have to give him Minecraft cooked chicken. But if I were to put this, he's gonna, the command block, the coding is gonna say, wait, but there is no cooked chicken. There's no item in the game. I can't find that item, and it's not gonna give you any. So, now that we're done with the simplest one, with the talking about the simplest basic thing, the @p, we're gonna go ahead and get into some other commands. So next we're going to be going over the say command. one thing that you might have seen in a lot of adventure maps, or just maps, or mini games, you might have seen that whenever like text appears and it says blah blah blah, and then it's in color and stuff like that. Well, that's pretty much what we're doing right now, except this cannot be in color unless you use MCA. Now you can use Toturial, but that's for another video. Toturial is what they use. Now say is not the same thing as Toturial, and you can see. So I'm gonna say this is a text. Well, no, this is text. Alright, spelled that wrong. Text. Text. There. So now if I do say this is text, it's gonna say this is text. And it's gonna have that annoying thing there, which is the @ symbol between the square brackets. But look, it's not really pretty. I mean, you can see that this is text. Just not really like that. You can spice it up. So let's say you want to say something to a specific player, like you want to be like, oh, I want to use the player's name, but I don't know if he's going to play the map. You don't have to do the exact name. Right now, I can do this, and it's going to say the name. Now, no. It's not going to say that because it found me. What it's going to do... Let me just do that. Alright, come on. Alright, there. Say message, yeah. What it's going to do is the coding is going to say, alright, so I have to say something, and I have to say this is text. Okay, simple. Now when I write this, it's not going to say I have to look, alright, I have to say someone's name, and then this. It's going to say, this is my text, this is my text, this is my text, the name, and this is text. They're all one text. If you wanted to do something like that, you could do @p. And now it's gonna do, okay, so I have to say something, and I have to say the nearest player's name. And then I have to put it in this is text. Alright. So, done. I found the nearest player, and I wrote his name, and this is text. Okay. You can also do @r, and then it's gonna look for the random player. So it's gonna say, alright, I found a random player, and I'm gonna use his name, and this is text. Let me just go ahead and do something. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but wait, let's see, render distance. Yeah, we can pop that down a little bit. Alright. Let's pop to the command block. You can also do @a, and it is gonna say it's gonna say all of the people's name, but since I'm the only one, it's gonna only say my name. But if you did have more people, it would say, alright, so I have to say something, I have to find everyone's name and add it into this is text. Cool. So I think we understand that. Now, I said I don't really want to get into @e yet, but I'm just gonna show you. So I'm gonna do this. And I am alright. Here's a little bit of explanation. @e is the entity, right? So the entity, when you're doing things with entities, it's going to be more complicated. That's why I don't want to stay away in the beginner video of this. Alright, let's see. Entity works like this. So say I were to have a horse. I'm going to spawn in that horse. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit that. And it's going to say my name and horse. This is text. So it's going to say and. Pretty cool. Pretty cool, right? Well, this was pretty much easy. When you're going to get into more difficult stuff, you're going to be using entities a lot. So this was a pretty easy entity thing, but there are more things you can do with entities that are even cooler but harder to do. So let's go ahead and get a name tag. Another thing that you're going to want to remember is that when you are going to work with entities, you got to keep them named. Yes, I know I said I wouldn't talk about entities, but I will, just so I can do this. So if you want to do something, you could say like at E1. I'm just going to name him for the purpose of the race. Alright, so let's review that again. So now what it's going to do is it's going to say my name and at E1. This is text. And no matter what I name him, it's going to do the same thing. I could go ahead and I could spawn lots of things. I could spawn a villager. It's going to do the same thing. And now it's going to say, right, my name, leather worker, and at E1, which is the horse that I named. Now, you're probably thinking, no, this is the villager. It's not a leather worker. Well, if you look at this, it is a leather worker. Since now in 1.8 they added the new villager, like jobs. Now it's gonna read them as this. So I'm gonna go ahead and spawn in a different villager, and it's gonna be a different villager. Oh no! Alright, it's spawned there. This is a clerk. Sorry. And this guy, well, let's just see. Now, if I click this, it's gonna say clerk, armor man, and leather worker. My name at E. Yeah, this is text. And as I said, you could name them anything you want. Like for example, I'm gonna name this guy at E. I could name him at E2. Come back here. At E2, and yeah, pretty much whenever I click it, it's gonna do this. Nice. So next, let's do the kill command. This is probably one of the easiest commands. You can even do it in your little cheats. Yeah. So the kill command, it kills everything. Oh, okay. You have to. I forgot. You have to specify which player you wish to do this on. You could do kill at E. Now you could do kill at P, at R. Kill at P is going to kill the nearest player. Kill at R is going to do a random. Kill at A is going to do all of them. And kill at E, well, it's going to target all entities. You're an entity, too, so it's going to kill you as well. And yeah, you can see it killed everything. Now I could have done something else, and I could have, let me pick up my stuff again. Could have just spawned in this horse, and instead of put that, I could have put at P, at R, or at A. Well, first of all, let's do set. Alright, let's set spawn point, and I'm gonna set it right there. Right, coordinates, yeah. Now, if I were to do any of this, so at P, it would just kill me. Then, if I were to do at A, it will kill everybody, but still kill me, because I'm the only one. And finally, if I did at R, it would kill a random person, but me, since I'm the only one. Only me. Alright. Let's just throw this stuff away. I could specify which entity to kill. I could say the horse, for example. I could do at E. Not sure if this is gonna work. Horse. No. Alright, it didn't work. Well, it did kill the horse. Yeah, okay. Killed item, title, command block. Yeah, alright. Oh, these are entities as well, so blocks are entities as well. Anyway. That didn't work. It still killed the horse and me because I didn't specify which one it would do. This is not how you're gonna do it. If you just write, you can't just write horse and like do that. You have to write a specific command, which I'll get into another episode. Another video, I mean. So that's it for the kill command. Right. Oh yeah, I said, and if you want to see this, I would do kill at E. And let's just get glass and let's throw it down. It's also going to kill the glass. So the glass is now gone because the glass is an entity. Way to make things easier while testing, you should do /game rule, keep inventory true. That'll keep you good. So, now that we've gone over the kill command, let's go ahead and go over the last command for today. I am going to do the, Let's call it TP command. Well, actually, let's not do the last one for the day. Let's do one more after this. But I won't get in these last two that I'm doing. I won't get like really in depth into them. I'll save them for another video to really tell you about them. I'm just gonna tell you the basics about them. So for TP, what it's gonna say is, okay, TP, I gotta teleport a player. I'm gonna move him somewhere. So if I were to do @P, target the nearest player, or at R, or at A, or at E. I'm gonna just do TP, and I'm gonna TP the player. I'm gonna teleport him. And now we gotta find the coordinates. So let's just get this blue lapis block, and I'm gonna mark it right here. So it should TP me right here. Alright, let's see. Go ahead and click F3 on your keyboard. And what you're gonna see is that you're gonna have X, Y, and Z up here. You can't really see it because that way you're gonna have X, Y, and Z. Alright, so let's go and see. The easy thing I do is I just type them in here. 336, 56, negative 307. I'll go ahead and close this. Now I'm gonna go ahead and write down. So 336, 56, negative 307. And when we click the button, it's going to teleport us here, or near here. Now, you don't have to write these, you don't have to write the point at the end, unless you want it to be really precise. It will just figure it out by its own. So now let's try something else. Let's try TPing an entity. We're not doing a very complicated entity TP. No. We're just doing a simple entity TP. So it's going to TP all of the entities. Alright, let's see. So polished andystone, diorite, we're going to throw that there. And we're going to spawn the horse. Let's see how it goes. Alright, so it TP'd me the polished diorite and the horse. Or the donkey in this case. So we're not going to get into too much of the @E teleportation, because there's a lot more you can do with it. Now let's do the last thing for today, and then I'm going to show you something else. The last, last command. We'll get into set block and TP in a different episode. I just have to show you this last quick set block command. I'm not going to talk about it that much. I'll leave that for another episode. And then I'm going to show you how you can make a good clock. Or the fastest clock. So set block, tilde, tilde, tilde. Alright, I'm also going to get into summoning. I'm just going over I'm just covering the basics, and I'm not going to get into detail about them. Set block, you're going to be using tilde, tilde, tilde. Alright, so now what you're going to do is you can, alright, this is the, to the side, this is to the other side, and this is straight up or down. If you do minus, it's going to go down, and if you just write the number, it's going to go up. Let's say I want to go 5 blocks up. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to select Minecraft, and I'm just going to write the block. Let's say I want a stone. I'm just going to type in stone. Now when I click it, it's going to summon stone 5 blocks above. It's not going to summon the entity, it's just going to place the stone. Alright, let's say I want to go under. Minus, and that should place it under. If I were to look down here, 5 under, you're going to see there's stone. No, it was not preset. Look, I can even show you. You can see that this right here, this block right here, 1, 2, that was 5 down. This is the 6th block, and there's nothing to it, right? So let's go ahead and I'm going to type in 6. Done. You could also click enter. If you click cancel, it's not gonna read it. And if you click OK, I just click OK. Oh yeah, another thing you can do is weather and write clear. you could also do more tweaks to the weather, and the time you could set at 0. I'll go over the game rules at a different time. Alright. So let's do this. Let's press down the button, and you're gonna see it went down into the 6th one here. Okay. Alright, now let's try the summon command. The summon command is pretty much you're summoning an entity. So let's say I'm summoning, you can summon Prime TNT, but I'm just gonna summon, you know what, I'll do this later. I'll do the summoning command in a different episode, since this episode, I want to do something else right now. I want to show you the fastest clock. Right. So before I leave, I want to say, before I do this last thing and leave, I just want to say, thank you guys for sticking by to watch the episode. Tell me if you learned anything, and if you're already a pro with command blocks, like if you're good at command blocks, and this video was boring for you because it was too much like teaching you how to start and everything, and you already knew a lot of this. Please wait for the next video where I will be going into some more advanced stuff, like the summoning command and the set block command. I'll be doing like TPs and radiuses and stuff like that. So to end it off, let's just go ahead and end by saying a say command. I'm gonna say it to the nearest player, but I'm gonna do square bracket R and hit equals, and this is the radius. So within 10 blocks, if you're within 7 blocks, let's do 7 blocks. If you're within 7 blocks, it's going to say thanks for watching. It's gonna say thanks for watching. Alright. So what I'm gonna do, and it's very easy to get this mixed up. You're pretty much doing Minecraft. No. Yeah, Minecraft. Well, no. Let's do this. Here's how you're gonna do it. Oh, no. Air. If you're setting air up here, well, this one is going to be setting redstone underscore block. Okay, a common mistake, and you're gonna see I'm gonna break it, but it's not gonna work. A common mistake is that you put the air down. If you do that, your block will just disappear once you place it. It's only gonna say it once. It's not gonna work. If I exit the radius, it's just gonna say block placed, yeah. It's not gonna do anything. But if I'm within the block, within 7 blocks, it's gonna start saying thanks for watching again. Right. Tell me if you find this video helping. Tell me if it helped you out, and if you are gonna continue watching more of it. The next episode will be advanced, so people who are not that well with it, you might wanna, if you are well with, if like you're good with command blocks but not that well, then check out the next episode. And now we're gonna be talking about set block and more entity stuff. We're gonna be talking about entities, and that's pretty much it. I'm gonna end the video right here. See you guys in the next tutorial. See you guys next Friday for the next tutorial or any other video. I'm thinking it's gonna be another tutorial. So remember, Fronus is Goldness.